A guy I know bought the wrong scooter twice. First one was too heavy, second one folded nicely but felt shaky, and both times he ended up frustrated in a parking lot like, well, this was supposed to make life easier. That's the trap with folding mobility scooters. In this video, I'm breaking down the 6 best ones, from the ones with a few annoying flaws all the way to the one that really gets the balance right. 6. Pride Mobility Go-Go Elite Traveler 2. Honestly, this scooter makes a decent first impression. It turns tightly with a 37-inch turning radius, which is great if you're trying to move through store aisles or tight indoor spaces without doing a 10-point turn like you're parking a truck. Pride says it can go up to 4.23 miles per hour and carry up to 300 pounds, so on paper, it checks the big boxes. What I liked most is the way it feels built for real daily use. The 4-wheel setup gives it a more stable feel than some smaller travel scooters, and the range can reach up to 13.8 miles with the larger battery at lighter user weight, which is respectable. The seat is simple, the controls are easy, and if you want a scooter that doesn't overcomplicate things, this one gets that part right. But it's not exactly light. Depending on the battery, you're looking at more than 100 pounds total, and that's a lot when the whole point is folding and traveling. So yes, it folds, but it still asks you to do some lifting, or at least get help, which kind of takes some of the easy travel magic away. I also found the ride to be more practical than exciting. It's fine indoors and fine for smooth pavement, but once you start thinking about curbs, rougher sidewalks, or frequent loading and unloading, you start wishing it felt a little friendlier. It's a dependable option, sure, just not the scooter I'd call fun to live with every day. 5. Golden Technologies Buzzaround CarryOn. The CarryOn starts to feel more travel-focused, and that's where it gets interesting. It's compact, airline-friendly, and the promise here is simple. Fold it, stash it, roll it, go. Golden says it has a 300-pound capacity and up to an 18-mile operating range, which is very nice for a scooter this size. In use, it has that nice, I can actually take this somewhere energy. The 12-inch folded height is a big deal because it helps this scooter disappear into tighter storage spots. And the lithium battery setup keeps things cleaner and lighter than the old battery-style scooters people still get stuck with. I also like the adjustable tiller because little comfort details like that matter more than people think when you're using a scooter for more than 5 minutes. That said, I did not love the turning radius. At 48.75 inches, it is not as nimble as some of the better travel scooters, and you feel that in tighter spaces. It's the kind of scooter that works beautifully when you're moving in a straight line or packing for a trip, but it can feel a little less agile in crowded indoor areas. Another thing, and I mean this in a practical way, is that it still has some heft in the parts you deal with. The front half is fairly manageable, but this is not one of those scooters that makes you forget you're handling mobility equipment. It's better than the Pride in travel convenience, but it still leaves room for improvement. 4. SmartScoot Travel Mobility Scooter. The SmartScoot starts to win me over because it feels like somebody actually asked, what if we made this thing easier to carry? It weighs around 39.5 pounds, which is seriously light for a scooter with a 7-mile-per-hour top speed and a 12-mile range. That combo is a big reason people keep talking about it. The best part is how quick it feels to live with. It folds down compactly, the battery charges fast, and the front wheel drive gives it a lively feel that makes short trips less of a chore. I also like that it has a 26-inch turning radius because that makes it feel very easy to steer around tight places. Now, let me be real, this one is not built for everybody. The weight capacity is 250 pounds, which is lower than some of the others, so bigger riders may feel boxed out right away. And while the light weight is fantastic, you can feel that the scooter was designed with portability first, not maximum comfort or heavy-duty confidence. Still, this is where the list starts feeling sharper. The SmartScoot is the kind of scooter that makes sense if your main goal is lifting, folding, storing, and moving fast. It's not the king of luxury, but it is very good at being easy to deal with. 3. iLiving USA V8 Foldable Mobility Scooter. The iLiving gets a lot right without trying to show off. It weighs about 40 pounds with the battery, supports up to 275 pounds, and can travel up to 15 miles on a charge, which is a nice mix of lightweight and real-world range. What stood out to me first was the folding system. It uses a simple two-step fold, so it doesn't feel like you need to fight with it every time you want to load it up. The aircraft-grade aluminum frame also gives it a cleaner, more refined feel, and the USB port is one of those small features you don't care about until you really need it. The ride itself feels practical and calm. The 3.7 mile/hour top speed is not wild, but for indoor movement, errands, and easy outdoor travel, it makes sense. The adjustable tiller helps a lot too, because being able to set your hand position properly makes the whole scooter feel more natural after a few minutes. If I'm being picky, the turning radius is not the best in class, and the speed won't thrill people who want a little more punch. But that's also part of its identity. This scooter is trying to be dependable, easy, and portable, and in that lane, it does very well. 2. Whill Model R. The Whill brings a more polished design, stronger suspension, and a clear focus on comfort, especially if you want something that feels smooth instead of basic. It offers up to 10.7 miles of range in the four-wheel version, a 325-pound weight capacity, and full suspension with a stabilizer, which is a big deal if your roots are not perfectly flat. This scooter feels like it was built by people who paid attention to the little annoyances. The four-wheel version has a 38.2-inch turning radius, and the three-wheel version tightens that even more at 35.8 inches. It's also air travel approved and weather tested, so it has that ready for more than just the driveway vibe. In my experience with this class of scooter, the big difference is how settled it feels. The suspension helps keep the ride from feeling jumpy, and that matters a lot when you're using it for longer stretches. It does weigh more than the lighter travel scooters, so this is not the one you pick if every pound matters. But once you're rolling, it feels more confident than a lot of compact foldables. I'd say the Whill Model R is for someone who wants portability but refuses to give up a more refined ride. It's expensive feeling in the best way, and the comfort gap is obvious. Journey So Lite Mobility Scooter. This one really nails the balance. It weighs just about 44.5 pounds with the battery, supports up to 275 pounds, and can go up to 8 miles on a charge. That might not sound like the biggest number on the board, but for a folding scooter this light, the whole package is impressively well thought out. What makes it stand out is how easy it is to live with. It folds quickly, rolls like luggage, and its compact folded size makes storage much less stressful. The four-wheel design adds stability, the 5-mile-per-hour top speed is practical, and the 4-inch ground clearance helps it handle everyday surfaces better than you might expect from something this portable. I also like the seat setup here because it feels more usable than you'd think from a lightweight scooter. The 17-inch seat width and simple controls make it approachable, and the LED front light is a nice touch for evening visibility. It feels like the scooter was designed by people who understood that convenience only matters if the ride still feels decent. Sure, the range is shorter than some bigger scooters, and if you're planning long outings, you'll need to think ahead. But that trade-off makes sense because the whole strength of the So Lite is balance. It gives you portability without feeling flimsy, and it gives you comfort without getting bulky. Bottom line, this is the one I'd point most people toward first. Outro. That's all for today, folks.